Richard, look! I found this book on ninjutsu. Soon I'll be a master ninja.
Okay, wait, a book? Here, give me that. You can't become a master by reading a book. Take this and go listen to one of the shows on the Pod Bros Network, like Take Aim Outdoors or Dave's Nerd Compendium, Pencil and Ink Reviews, or one of any of their other amazing shows. All right?
All right. Hey, where are you going with that book?
I will be going to finish this book and destroy it so I can become your teacher.
No!
What's up, everybody? I am Richard.
And I am Sean.
And we today are speaking the language of bromance. And Sean, this is one of my favorite episodes for the entire year. I look forward to this episode so much every single year. Who's excited? I'm excited. Who has two thumbs and is so excited? This guy. I'm pointing at myself because nobody else can see me.
Well, it's that wonderful time of year, Richard. Everybody is lining up. They are outside of the bromance area. They're waiting for Hall LOB to open, and I'm here to ring the bell or clang the judge thingamabobber because Hall LOB is open. Why is Hall LOB open, Richard?
Oh, because it's Comic-Con season, Sean.
San Diego Comic-Con 2016. This is one of our staple episodes. Every year we do a Comic-Con Hall LOB episode where we talk about all the shit ton of stuff that's coming out of Comic-Con. And you know what? This year is a shit ton of stuff that came out of Comic-Con.
Oh my God. We spent an entire weekend ignoring our friends and family. Usually when they were in the same room, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, but I think they were there.
Yeah, my folks came up to see the kid, and I'm sitting there, it's like, oh, look, there's this. Holy shit. Dad's like, what are you watching? I'm like, Dad, go play with the kid. Go away.
Yeah, good thing you had a new grandkid, because then you could be like, go play with a new grandkid. And he's like, oh, okay.
Don't talk to me. Talk to the grandkid. Oh, he's pooping himself. Well, change it, because I'm watching this boop trailer.
Oh, my God.
There was a ton, like, they just like, bam, 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 just coming out like crazy.
Like, the way Comic-Con usually goes is Thursday night they have what they call preview night, where they just kind of show a few things off, like they show the tip. They give you the tip. They're like, hey, look at this. Huh? You're walking down the street and there's a guy who's wearing a trench coat and you look at him and he's like, wait, before you turn around, check this out. And he just kind of pops it out. Just a little. Not enough to scare you. Just a little bit.
Enough to get you excited, little hungry. You're like, hey, yeah, I see what's going on there.
I know that business.
I didn't even know I wanted that, but I kind of do now.
Right. So that's Thursday night. Then Friday and definitely Saturday. That's Saturday. They're like, just look at it. And that's what we got. Friday and Saturday, and definitely Saturday and into Sunday. I mean, we were just inundated with news. We were inundated with announcements, trailers, so much goodness that you just want to print everything out onto paper and then just roll around in it. Like Demi Moore in Decent Proposal, where Robert Redford's throwing all the money on the bed and she's just rolling around in it. Like, that's me.
You want to take all your electronics and have, like, different trailers going on each one and just roll over them, but real softly because you don't want to roll over and crack them and screw them up.
Yeah, that'd suck.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so good. You just want to rub it. I just want to rub it all over my body.
Wife walks in on you in the bathroom. It's like, oh, my God, you're looking at porn again. It's like, no, it's this trailer.
No, look, it's Marvel. Oh,
Cumberbatch, you'll never let me down.
No, and he didn't. Oh, he didn't.
All right, Richard. So, I mean, we've got a ton of stuff to cover. What is, what do you want to start with? Where do you want to start?
Oh, God. See, that's where do you lead off?
I mean, do you want to go superheroes and then just kind of go from there?
You know what? I'm going to start off with the thing that surprised me the most. The thing that I didn't even know I wanted until I saw it. And then I saw it, and it it made all my man parts wet. Okay, and not in like a sex way, but in a oh my god, like yearn for way.
King Arthur.
Sean, it wasn't King Arthur,
No.
although that was pretty good too. I am talking about Wonder Woman.
That was the first trailer I saw. Well, first trailer after Walking Dead that I saw. And yes, I watched it twice back to back.
Like, I didn't know, coming off of Batman v Superman, DC took some punches. They're kind of reeling. Like, first round didn't go that great. First round DC versus Marvel in the film arena, Marvel's been taking some lumps. But I'll tell you what, they came out swinging with a big fucking, I can't say dick because it's a girl, it's Wonder Woman, but like Wonder Woman unfurled that dick and just whacked you in the fucking face with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there's humor in it. Like Chris Pine, like I love Chris Pine, and he's freaking awesome in the trailer for that.
Oh.
And so this is I think a really, really big deal for DC because, like you're saying, Batman v Superman took a lot of punches. There's a lot of hype kind of around Suicide Squad, but people are kind of like, I don't know, like, that other one kind of sucked. But you had this trailer and another trailer drop from DC, and I am excited for 2017 in DC movies.
Yeah, and that's not something that you thought you might say.
And what I love about like the Wonder Woman, like she's kicking ass in this. Like,
she is so kicking ass. They're shooting mortars, and she pulls out her shield, and she's deflecting fucking mortars with her shield. They're shooting machine guns at her, and she's
just pulls the shields up and blocks him. She takes like her whole room full of dudes. I'm not gonna lie, I got turned on and scared at the same time.
Oh, and I was and then it turns you on that you were scared.
But okay, so this is the part that got me like pumped up, and I think I told Tiffany because she watched the trailer with me too, and she got pretty pumped because she's kind of a Wonder Woman fan.
Well, I think, and you know what? Like, hats off, because I can't remember what the name of the lady is that directed this, but this is a movie about a woman, with a woman, like, front and center. She's your main character. She's your hero.
This is the first superheroine or superhero woman movie that we've had, right?
And directed by a woman.
But the best part, so like, yeah, like it's super, like, she's powerful. She's doing all these great things. And then what happens at the end of the trailer? They throw in her theme music.
Oh, I know. And it harkens back to the old theme. Like you hear it and you're like, oh, I know that.
Oh, I didn't catch the old theme. The Wonder Woman.
They kind of work the music in with it. Like you can hear the during the trailer, you can hear like a bit of the old theme. Not the lyrics and anything, but you kind of hear the music and you're like, oh, that's what the Wonder Woman. And she's sliding around and stabbing people in the face and fucking throwing her lasso out, and the lasso fucking glows.
Yes, it does. Lasso of truth.
Oh, and I mean, I think I said it earlier, but I got done watching that and I was like, I didn't even know I wanted to see that, but now I want that more than anything in the entire world.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, and I don't know, like, to me, it doesn't seem kind of like a prototypical woman movie. Like, they're not like, oh, she's a damsel in distress. Like, she's a powerful woman, kicking ass, taking names.
She is kicking ass.
A couple people that are like big Wonder Woman fans, I saw their posts like, yeah, I'm down with this. This is going to be awesome.
I wouldn't consider myself a Wonder Woman fan. I mean, I've never had a problem with the character, but that one, yeah, I watched that and I'm sold. Like, take my fucking money.
Does that come out first, or is the Justice League movie come out first?
Wonder Woman's first. Justice League, fucking, that came out of nowhere. I had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea they had even shot that much footage.
That's like, I was expecting when they said the Justice League trailer was coming out. I thought you were just going to get the little room scene where you see Bruce Wayne talking, and that was it.
Well, I thought I didn't even think you were going to get that. I thought you were going to, see them all standing on a stage, waving to the crowd and getting them all excited. But you had 2.5 fucking minutes of footage for the movie. And I didn't even know they had shot that much, enough to cut 2.5 minutes.
Well, I mean, it seems like there's a legit bit of the movie there too. I mean, you have them together, you have them going around and getting everybody. And okay, so Khal Drago,
Oh,
I'm an Aquaman fan.
oh my God! I never like mark my word. Like I never in a million years thought I would say this in anything ever. But Aquaman stole the fucking show,
Yes, he
dude.
did. I'm not gonna lie, Richard. The ocean wasn't the only thing wet after I watched this trailer.
Okay, like I don't know about Tiffany, but Amanda, huge Jason Momoa fan for obvious reasons. It's the hair and the beard.
Oh, and he's freaking ripped, and he's Hawaiian. He's actually Hawaiian. That's Or no, is he Samoan or Hawaiian?
He's Hawaiian.
Okay.
I think I heard a story where there was where he was when he was like he's playing Aquaman and someone asked him oh, are you going to have to go through some underwater training to learn how to like hold your breath and whatever, and he's like, I'm Hawaiian.
I've been surfing since I was like 5 or something, or 3.
They gave me I came out of the womb and they handed me a board. That's what you do.
And I mean, like, yeah, so like you get the whole Batman thing, like trying to find him, and love the Batman jab as he's getting thrown to the wall. He's like, so I can't remember what Aquaman's real name is. He says his name is like, I hear you can talk to fish.
Yeah, Arthur Curry, fucking Aquaman.
And it sounds like they're going to bring more of the Greek legend to this too, right? Because Aquaman is the son of one of the Greek gods, correct?
Well, obviously, I mean, I never really paid much attention to Aquaman because it's fucking Aquaman. But I mean, as far as I know all about him, his name's Arthur Curry. He is the Prince of Atlantis, and that's about as far as I go with it.
Well, I just asked because I know like they're talking about in the Wonder Woman trailer, they're talking about like she's never seen a man when Chris Pine rolls up on the shore. And she's like, well, where's your dad? He's like, well, I was born from Zeus.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of wondering if they're trying to bring more of that Greek mythology to it.
Yeah, that's the whole Wonder Woman thing. Like like her name's Diana and fucking like, yeah, the Amazonians that was all a Greek thing. I from what I understand, I think they're going into, especially with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman's big enemy in the comics was always Ares, God of War.
Oh, that'll be badass.
So
they tie that to that. What's that box that's going to be the big thing in the Justice League universe?
Mother Box.
Yeah, the Mother Box.
Ooh, fucking, there's Mother Boxes. Sean, we get Mother Boxes. There is a movie that has Mother Boxes in it. And there's a movie that you're like, I can't wait to see Aquaman.
Well, you see the Mother Box in the Justice League trailer. You see some old people bearing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there it is. There's a fucking Mother Box. And you're like, I want to see Mother Boxes and I want to see Aquaman.
And, oh my gosh. So I know a lot of people are upset about the casting of the Flash because the WB Flash or the CW Flash is like, everybody loves him, right?
Yeah. I Grant Gustin, I'm actually, I can say that I'm kind of that camp. I'm a big Grant Gustin fan. I like him as Barry Allen. I'm not totally sold on, I can't think of the kid's name that's playing Barry Allen in the Justice League.
I'm not sure. He looks like a Justin Long to me. His whole demeanor was very Justin Long-ish.
Yeah.
But, I mean, his bits, I think, are going to be pretty funny. Because, and that's, I mean, I don't know if they're taking, like, the Batman v Superman. It's like, oh, there's not enough jokes. Let's add more jokes. But, Batman gives this whole spiel to Aquaman. And Aquaman's like, no, I'm not helping you. And, he starts going into a spiel. He's all serious. And he's like, I'm assembling a team of super-powered humans or however it says, metahumans or whatever. And, Barry Allen's like, oh, I'm going to stop you there. I'm in. I need friends.
I saw they had a promo trailer for season 3 of The Flash, and it looks good. They're doing Flashpoint.
Nice.
They're they're tweaking it a little bit because you have these other characters. You have Ramon and I can't remember the girl's name for the life of me at the moment. But they're
Flashpoint is the story of the alternate universe where Bruce Wayne is killed, right? And his parents survive.
Right. It basically what occurs. What happens is that Barry Allen goes back in time and saves his mother from being killed. And what that does is it creates an alternate reality where in the comics it creates this alternate reality where Flash comes back to his original time. He's lost his powers and he gets help from Batman, who is not actually Batman. It's Thomas Wayne, not Bruce Wayne, because in this alternate timeline, instead of Joe Chill shooting Thomas and Martha, he shoots Bruce, and Bruce dies. So Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and he's nothing nice. He doesn't follow Bruce's code of, oh, I don't use guns and guns are evil. Like, he's shooting people in the fucking face.
Yeah, he's kill everybody and go.
Yeah, he is vigilante Batman. He's Batman. If Batman and the Punisher had a love child, this is what you would get. But in the alternate timeline, you have so Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. Martha Wayne becomes the Joker because it breaks her brain. Basically,
is that the main point of that series, or is there other things and that's just a little piece of it?
Well, actually, the whole thing, it builds up where the world is basically going to be destroyed because the Amazonians, led by Diana, Wonder Woman, is engaged in a war with the Atlanteans, led by Aquaman, and they're going to war, and that war is basically going to destroy the planet. And so Barry has to not only get his powers back, but help prevent this war, and then also fight the Reverse Flash, who is trying to stop him. And basically, showing Barry, like, this is, this is all your fault. Like, it's his big fuck you to Barry.
So my question is, I haven't seen the trailer yet for that. Are they actually going to do that? Are they doing the Flashpoint, or are they just going to do bits and pieces in a watered down version since it's TV?
Well, from what I've seen in this trailer, he comes back. It seems like he still has his powers, but there's also another speedster, and it's Wally West, which Wally West in the comics does become the Flash. He hadn't in the show. They introduced the character of Wally West, but in this alternate universe, Wally West is the Flash. It seems like Barry still has his powers, but then he also is dealing with the Reverse Flash, who's basically telling him, like, in this scenario, like, you're the villain, Barry. Like, this ain't anything bad that's happening now. That's on you. Like, all this is on your head. So I don't know if they're going to introduce Batman. If they do, I'm going to fucking come in my pants.
The dark Batman, like the Thomas Wayne Batman.
Like, you give me Thomas Wayne, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
I don't know. As good, I've heard Arrow's kind of dropped down a little bit, but the Flash has still been just top notch. I mean, if they
did put out a season trailer for Arrow too. I have not watched that though.
I think I saw bits and pieces of it because I watched the first season and then I watched half of the second season and just kind of fell out of it. Not anything bad. It just really I don't know, just didn't pique my interest as much. But it seems like he's just like conglomerating all these like Arrow-esque team members. He's getting like Team Arrow together with, watered down versions of himself, and he's like a trainer now, and which always I haven't seen too much of the Arrow, so I don't want to knock it too much, but it always seems like some of those TV shows that go too far, like Heroes or Vampire Diaries, it seems like at some point when they get to like season 4 or 5, every single character ends up getting some kind of ability or becomes a crime fighter. Like, nobody stays normal.
Yeah. I mean, well, look at, say like Buffy or Angel. I mean, that kind of happened with them too.
To an extent, but I mean, you still had Wesley was still just a normal dude. I mean, he kind of became a badass, but nothing crazy.
Wesley had his guns. Wesley could still like shoot, and Wesley was still super smart. And kind of the resident warlock
Yeah, I mean, like a watered down version, but like Xander never really like powered up.
Xander, I would say, yes, is definitely the exception to the rule. Xander never, and nothing, and it's not, that's to say nothing against Xander's character, but you're right. I mean, he never gained any superpowers or anything like that.
And he lost an eye.
Andy lost an eye.
Spoilers.
Well, God damn it, that was what, 10 years ago?
Oh God, don't date me. All right, so we got some DC TV going. We got 2 DC movies.
Suicide Squad. You had Arrow, Flash, Suicide Squad, Justice League, Wonder Woman. I mean, DC just came out swinging, and they're punching hard because I'm down with that Wonder Woman movie.
Yes.
The Justice League movie, I was kind of like I have very small issues with it. I'm not totally like I like Batman. I'd like it if he was a little bit more serious. I don't know. That's just personal opinion. There's the whole Flash thing. Cyborg looked really good.
Cyborg looked badass.
Cyborg looked really good.
Yeah. And the only person you're missing out of that, well, Superman, obviously. He wasn't in there at all.
No.
And then you're also missing the 7th of that group, Green Lantern.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know if they're. I'm guessing Superman's gonna get put in that movie at some point. Green Lantern, I don't know. I don't know if Green Lantern's gonna be in this, but we'll see.
Well, the whole big poster of Aquaman was Unite the 7.
Well, that could be talking about the 7 Seas.
I've heard that, but then there's the 7 of the Justice League is what I've heard people allude to. Is that what that's what that meant? So DC came out swinging this year. So I think they've kind of at least made up some ground for what they kind of maybe screwed up earlier this year.
I really think they did. I mean, I would say they, any missteps that people thought they made with Batman v Superman, which I'll throw my hand up. I was kind of in that chorus, but yeah, to say that they've gained some ground, I think that's a very accurate statement to make.
So, yeah, they at least bought themselves some time. I mean, I think this is at least, you'd say, okay, well, I'll at least check out this Suicide Squad because it looks like these next movies are good, and I want to be involved in this whole thing.
Yeah.
So, like I said, DC's come out strong. What did Marvel do anything of note? I don't know if
Marvel. And, I mean, it's fucking Marvel. Marvel's just, like, relentless. They're fucking attacking on all sides. That's what Marvel does. That's what Marvel's doing. Because
the only news I heard from Marvel was with your dude. Was there other trailers?
With Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange was the only one I saw, and it was good.
Doctor Strange, that trailer looked good. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how that fucking movie's gonna play out.
Well, and that's what I like about it, is it's the fact that it's... So it seems like everybody's trying to take the Star Wars blueprint. You show them some stuff in the trailer, but you don't give them any context of what it means because people still get excited.
Yeah, because the shit looks cool.
Yeah, because like Wonder Woman, I don't know what that's about, but it looks badass. Justice League, I don't know what that's about, but it looks badass. And now you have Doctor Strange, which I really have no clue what that's about. And it looks badass.
But it looks amazing.
Yeah, all these like buildings circling in, and you
like things are twisting around. Like the whole thing looks like a giant mind fuck.
Yeah,
but in a cool way. It's not like Inception where you're sitting there trying to understand it and then you just get frustrated.
You're just like, blah, shit.
Like this, you're like things are moving around and like you're guessing that that they're dealing with different realities and dimensions. One thing I would note, and I don't know if you noticed this, but I totally was like, holy shit. The villain from Serenity is in that movie.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's one of the like trainers or whatever. He was the assassin in Serenity.
He's the guy that hands him the Wi-Fi password.
Yeah. It's like, what is this? Is this my incantation or what is it? It's like, no, it's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages. That and the Wonder Woman joke of so I laughed out loud on that, and Tiffany laughed out loud on that when she watched it. And the Wonder Woman joke where she's meeting Chris Pine, and she's like, "So who's this?" He's like, "Oh, this is my secretary." And she's like, "Well, what do you do?" It's like, "Oh, well, I fetch things for him, or go wherever he goes, or whatever he says I do." She's like, "Oh, well, we have a word for that too on our island. It's called slavery."
Okay, let's move on.
I like this lady.
Yeah, my wife chuckled at that one too.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange, Cumberbatch looks awesome in this. And like I said, he could probably do a movie on buttering toast, and I would watch it and enjoy it.
Oh my God. And then I caught at the preview night, I guess they had showcased off the costumes.
Okay.
So I was watching a FaceTime, or I was watching a Facebook Live video of them like showing off the costumes from Doctor Strange. They all look so good. Did you know? Like when he goes to put his cape on, his cape just kind of like floats onto his fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, badass. But no, Marvel had. Okay, Doctor Strange, like fucking thumbs up. But then you had a pretty decent trailer for Luke Cage.
Oh, I guess I did see that. Yeah, that looked pretty good.
And that's it's continuing the whole Netflix thing. And I can't remember when that's out. That's out fairly soon, I think.
I'm not sure of the date, but yeah, it'd have to be pretty quick.
But Luke Cage he's left Hell's Kitchen. He's now moved to Harlem. So he's in Harlem, and the whole story and everything that happens to him is in Harlem. So you have Luke Cage. You had a little 30-second teaser for Iron Fist, which they picked up. Oh God, what was his name? What's the oh damn it, the Queen from Game of Thrones, not Cersei, but the one that spoilers, the one that died.
I can't remember who I know who you're talking about. She was in the Woods or whatever that movie was that just came out.
I have no idea. She was in the church.
Oh, okay. So she's going to be in this.
No, not her. The dude that played her brother that got carved in and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the King of Flowers. I don't remember what his name.
King of
name
Flowers.
is.
That's it. I can't think of the actor, but that is the guy that's playing Danny Rand. Which Danny Rand he was a character. He goes off to the Orient. He learns these fighting skills, and then he comes back to New York and he's fighting crime. Like, that's all cool. I think that's probably going to be set in like Chinatown, and like that's all cool. So you get a little 30-second teaser. Iron Fist. Iron Fist is the show that's going to come after Luke Cage. So you get Luke Cage, then you get Iron Fist, then they had a 30-second teaser, didn't show anything. They had a 30-second teaser for the Defenders. And that is Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist together in like it sounds like they're doing a mini series out of it, like a 6-episode thing out of it. That's also going to be on Netflix.
How badass is that? Because there's some person out there. It's like Defenders is my religion. I love the Defenders, and you're getting that on. It's on TV. It's on Netflix, but you're getting that.
Like how? Well, I'm just like, how smart is it to say, hey, this thing we did with the Avengers where we put out individual movies for all of them and then we put them all together in a movie. You remember how we made millions of fucking dollars doing that? Let's do that on Netflix.
Well, really, it's like we made billions on the big screen. We'll make millions here on the small screen.
Oh, like how smart is that? So you get Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and the Defenders, and that's just on Netflix. Okay, so that's all cool, like fucking awesome. So you have a new movie coming out in November. You have all these shows coming out on Netflix. Then they showed a little teaser for the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Did you see who they're fucking throwing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I did. I haven't kept up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all. So.
Fucking Ghost Rider.
No shit.
Ghost Rider.
Oh,
they are putting
nice.
Ghost Rider in the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna bring Blade in then.
Oh my God, they might.
That would. Oh, so how Did they say how that's working in that? Like how
I
is
have
that?
no idea. All they showed was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo, and then it got like it kind of burns up, and then you just see the skull, the flaming fucking skull.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Right?
Well, I love like they're getting these characters back. Like they got Punisher back, and they throw him into something like, well, let's see if people like the Punisher. Yeah, they do. All right. Well, he's getting his own TV show.
Yeah.
Because if they could do Blade again, like that was, I love Blade so much. That would just
Okay, so now we've got movie, we've got Netflix, and now we have TV. So you think, oh my God, that's a big bunch of news. Oh, they also announced, obviously, they're doing a season 3 of Daredevil. Like, obviously. I think that kind of went without saying, but, whatever. Because season 2, oh my God, season 2 gave me the feels.
yeah. I need to get. I think once they put the Punisher one out there, I'm gonna get Netflix and watch them all.
They did. Oh, you mean the Punisher series?
Yeah, the Punisher series.
Okay, so let's see. So we got all the Netflix shows: Ghost Rider on Agents of Shield, Doctor Strange, and they announced season 3 of Daredevil. Oh, one more thing, which I have scoured the internet for the last 3 days looking for it, hoping, praying with fingers crossed that someone had filmed it, but I have not found it as of yet. The Hall H Comic-Con audience got a teaser for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. So they got the trailer description up places, right?
They've got there's people recounting what happens, and you're just like, but I have not been able to find it, and I've looked hard, and I still can't find it. They did make one announcement that Kurt Russell will be playing, and this this might be a spoiler, so I guess cover your ears, but Kurt Russell will be playing Ego, the Living Planet.
Okay.
As Star-Lord's father, which if you've ever seen it in the comic books, it's a planet with a face on it and a big long beard.
So it's an actual planet.
It's called the Living Planet.
Interesting.
Which people were like, "Oh my God, that's fucking awesome." And it is kind of awesome.
It is. I wonder if that's going to seem kind of corny. Like if you don't do that right, it could seem really, really corny.
I agree.
It could be like the thing from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's talk about if you want to talk about misstep in Comic-Con, I saw that and I'm like, why not just do the show?
Did they show anything for that, for Legends
Yeah,
of the
they
Hidden
had
Temple?
there's a trailer out there for Legends of the Hidden Temple, the movie. And I'm like, just bring the show back. People like the game show. Just bring back the fucking game show. Don't do a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like the Battleship thing they did a few years ago. It's like take this board game and make a movie out of it.
Or Tetris. Oh, one other thing that I know you can find video of it on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever. They showed some armor that the Hulk will be wearing in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that's badass.
Gladiator armor.
Does it look good?
It looks good. You know what else he wore gladiator armor in? Planet Hulk.
And that, oh man, if they could do World War Hulk.
If they're doing fucking, if Thor goes to a planet and the Hulk is in a gladiator arena, I'll jerk off in the theater. I'll just be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's one of those things. Like you give Hulk the ability to actually talk, and because that's what happened in that version of the Hulk. Goes to the planet, is able to speak. That's just, oh yeah, just take all my money on that.
Oh my God, yeah. So to say, oh, DC came out swinging, oh, what's Marvel doing? Like, Marvel's fine.
Yeah, it sounds like most of their stuff was really TV based, with the exception of the one movie. I mean, everything else was kind of sprinkled in, but the
two movies, because you had Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And like I said, I haven't seen anything on Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but apparently there were some things that were shown.
Gotcha. And that's the only two movies for next year, right? Well, I guess Doctor Strange is in a couple months.
Doctor Strange is in November. So I think from here or from here on out till 2020, you're gonna get a movie in November and a movie in like summer, like May or June, July-ish.
With 2 DC movies sprinkled in there somewhere.
Yeah, Marvel will have November and June, July, and then DC has I don't remember when Wonder Woman's out, but you got like in 2017 you'll have Justice League and and I think I don't know if Wonder Woman is late 2016 or early 2017, but Wonder Woman's in there. So you got Wonder Woman, Justice League in 2017 on top of, Arrow and the Flash and Supergirl. You're getting fucking Superman and Supergirl. Come on.
Hey everyone, this is Tom from the Say What Podcast, and I would love it if you'd swing over to saywhatpodcast.com to check us out as soon as you're done listening to this show. We handpick real news articles to poke fun at every week, like a lady from Florida attacking her boyfriend with a ceramic squirrel, or kids rubbing chapstick in their eyes to get high, or the guy who got arrested for repeatedly having sex with an inflatable pool shark. Yeah, I think you get the point. So tune into the Say What Podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and at saywhatpodcast.com.
All right, so getting out of the DC Marvel stuff, I've definitely voiced my frustration with the Walking Dead season.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
The 22nd, they made a big deal of like, okay, we're going to put out our season 7 trailer. And last season ended kind of crappily, so I wasn't really expecting much. Like I was expecting a very watered down trailer.
Yeah, you weren't that hyped.
No, and I was kind of like opened at 3 that day or something. I was like, oh hey, it's whatever time it is. I'll give it a shot and take a look at it. I think I've watched it like 6 times.
Wow.
So I know you're not big into the Walking Dead right now, but
I just it's on the list of things that I need to catch up on, but I just haven't.
But they set this trailer up perfectly because, obviously they're trying to keep hidden who was killed. So they do a really awesome slow roll of each of the characters that are currently in the lineup. So like it starts out with Glenn, and then it goes into somebody else, then Maggie, and it goes all the way up and it ends with Rick. So it's kind of like this scrolling thing of you see their picture with them and Negan, and then they do some flashbacks of things that have happened to him since, the beginning of time, basically.
Right.
And like it ends as he does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm like, okay, well, this is the end of the trailer. That kind of sucks, but whatever. But then it kicks right into some action.
Yeah.
And
I did watch the trailer.
Oh, and the thing that I love, and so the comic book at this point, I was actually getting it monthly, and that's when they introduced the kingdom, which they're introducing here, and
Right.
King Ezekiel. And the first time you see that, you're very much like, oh my gosh, this is the jump in the shark moment. There's a guy calling himself King Ezekiel, and oh my, is that a fucking tiger? Does he really have a fucking tiger?
Yeah, he does.
But it all makes sense, and I think I like it from a comic book perspective. I'm hoping people don't bash it too much too early, because I texted my sister right after. I was like, did you see the trailer? And she watched it. She's like, oh, but a tiger? Really? I'm like, no. Shiva is badass. You just wait. But, and it played well, and it actually got me pumped for the new season.
I was gonna say, like, as someone that I'm not caught up on it, but I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
I was like, dude's got a tiger. That's awesome.
On a chain, it's roaring. Like, it's badass.
Yeah.
And Negan still looks badass in that whole thing. Like, they show him being a powerful dude. I think they still casted the perfect guy for that. He needs to shave his beard because Negan was always real clean shaven, but I mean, that's nitpicking at this point.
Right.
I'm trying to think like what other big things with that. I mean, but that's the thing that they did well, is because I think a lot of people were really, really pissed off last year. But they're like, hey, listen, we're going to give you this badass trailer. We're kicking right into it next year. And I don't know who's doing this or what, but I still don't know who it is.
I couldn't even help you speculate at this point.
I mean, I've seen like even in this trailer, there's not really any information. There's like a little moan at some point that I'm not sure who it was. It didn't sound like the person I think that got killed, but yeah. So I don't know because you just hear Hodor. Like, wait a second.
This so Walking Dead is October, right? That's usually is out like right around Halloween.
I think it's like the weekend before Halloween, like the 23rd is when that starts.
Okay.
So I'll be there for it. And I think if they jump right in like they said they did, they're going to get everybody back.
I have to wait until 2017 for my milk. And my milk, sir, is in the form of fucking Sherlock.
Ah, yes, I saw the trailer.
I got a season 4 teaser that didn't it's so frustrating because you didn't really see much of anything and you have no idea where they're going, but you just see, you're like, oh, they're still here, they're still doing it, they're making a show. And Sean, I have been waiting for Sherlock for the last, it'll be 2 years. Like I have had one episode of a show in 2 years.
That's a show that like Tiffany doesn't get into many shows, and we got into that, and we watched season 1, season 2, and season 3 came out like right as we finished season 2, and we finished season 3, and Tiffany's like, "Oh, that was so great. When's the next season start?" Silence. Yeah. In about 2 years, maybe.
But again, like they're coming back. And both of those guys, like they don't need to do this show. There is no reason for these two to do this show.
Cumberbatch is busy.
Yeah. Martin Freeman was busy. I mean, ever since season 2, like there has been no need for these guys to do anything else related to the show. Cumberbatch has been doing shit. Martin Freeman made some Hobbit movies.
Well, they're both in Marvel now.
They're both in Marvel. Like, they're busy. They got shit going on. But they keep coming back. And there's a reason. And God love them. It's not like they need the money. I don't care. I don't, like, give them whatever they want. Whatever they want.
Well, it seems like that show, too, they're probably not making a crap ton of money, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Because it's BBC and it's, like, isn't that, like, very much PBS put behind it and everything?
Yeah, it airs on BBC in the UK. In the US, it airs on PBS. It's part of their old Masterpiece Theater or whatever. So you get it on PBS late at night. I used to see when I was a kid, when I was little, my dad would let me stay up late. And we'd watch PBS because late night PBS on like Friday or Saturday night, you get classic episodes of Doctor Who. And then right after that was Monty Python's Flying Circus. But now kids stay up late. Well, I don't know if kids do, but they would stay up late and they get fucking Sherlock.
Do any of your kids watch that with you?
My oldest has kind of watched it. She hasn't really gotten into it, and it's something that I lament very much.
I've only watched all the episodes once, and I really need to go back and watch them again because it's a very intelligent show.
Very.
It's not a procedural show. You have to really at the end of the episode, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I guess all the clues make sense, but I had no idea it was that dude.
Yeah. So bottom line, we have been waiting forever for a season 4, and we're finally going to get it. We're going to get a season 4, Sean. And they showed little bits and pieces, and none of it led anywhere, but I don't care.
Well, all you know is maybe Moriarty's back, and it looks bigger and badder than the other episodes.
It looked a lot more. Looked like there was a lot more action in this one, too. Like, he's kicking ass.
And I hope they don't go away from the previous seasons because now that it's bigger, it's like, oh, well, now we need to reach our audience even further.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. That's just, personal opinion, but I think that Stephen Moffat is a lot smarter than that. I don't see that happening. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I've heard that they're delving into some of the lesser known stories of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So we're all waiting with bated breath, and I think the reason that everybody's so excited, even though the trailer doesn't really tell you anything, is the trailer just gives us proof that we're gonna get it. It's like, look, they're making it. See, they're showing us a trailer, so it's going to happen in some way, shape, or form. We're gonna get it, and that's all we need. We just need somebody to tell us, don't worry, it's on the way. And that's what we got.
So to jump back to an even older property, I think this is one movie that you said you really, really liked as a kid. Samuel L. Jackson was shown in this flick. It was some helicopters flying over this island, and all of a sudden these helicopters get knocked out of the sky, and what do they see, Richard?
Tom Hiddleston. Looked like Tom Hiddleston was in this too, right?
John Goodman's in it.
John Goodman, yeah.
And it sets it up. And I love, the first, it's King Kong Island or something like that.
Oh my God, Skull Island.
So the first time they remade this, they pretty much made like a shot-for-shot remake almost, but updated the prettiness of it.
Yeah.
I like that they modernized this. It almost looks like it's in the 70s maybe.
I'm judging from like the helicopters and whatnot. It looked like, it's set in like the, early mid 70s.
And King Kong looks fucking huge too.
Holy shit. So we saw King Kong made by Peter Jackson, and you're like, that's a big gorilla. Like, okay, it's a big gorilla. Like, he can fight dinosaurs. Okay. You see him in this, and you're like, holy fuck. Like, that's how big he is? Like, that thing looks enormous.
That's like the Empire. He's not going to climb up the Empire State Building. He's going to take it off, pick his teeth with it, and throw it in the pond.
No shit. Like, he looks in that. I think all you really see of Kong in his actual size is like you see this distance shot of him standing in front of the sun, and he swear to God he looks like 200 fucking feet tall.
Oh yeah. And I think that's going to be a cool movie because that's a super imaginative movie, because like, you go to this island, it's like, oh yeah, there's T-Rexes there. There's these big giant apes. All these mythical things that just they just survived on this island, and they're around. These evil beasts were around before humans. Yeah,
looks fucking amazing. Like that one I was super impressed with. I didn't think that I didn't understand. I'm like, okay, we're making another King Kong movie, but I want to see it just to see how big they made this fucking gorilla.
Well, I think it's going to be cool that it's all probably going to take place on this island.
Yeah.
It's like a survival movie with not zombies or things that you can it's basically fighting things that could step on you if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I was kind of pumped for that one. That one looked really good.
And we could just touch on this one a little bit, but my boy from Sons of Anarchy surprised me a little bit in the King Arthur trailer.
Yes.
That didn't look bad at all.
That didn't look bad at all. I was trying to figure out, it looks like, are they flashing? It looks like they're flashing between two different time periods. Or was I couldn't figure that out.
That's the gist I got when I first watched it, but I wonder if it's just because the guy that plays him is very much, he looks very modern, even in his outfits and everything. I don't know, he doesn't look like a medieval person. And I don't know if that's what it's coming from. Because, yeah, he's like telling the story to somebody. It almost looks like an Assassin's Creed type scenario where he's like flashing back to a previous life.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't totally figure that one out. But it looked cool. You had the sword and the stone. It seems like you had the lady in the lake and Morgana. And they're all like, it's the whole Arthur legend. And it looks very, very visceral. Yeah, again, it was kind of like Kong, where you saw it and you were like, "Oh, okay, it's a King Arthur movie." Like I'll watch it. Sure,
it's something I didn't really ask for, but if you do it right, it's not going to be a Tarzan type remake, so I think I'll be okay with it. Tarzan was rough. Oh, it was rough.
I have not partaken in Tarzan yet. So, one thing I wanted to touch on that kind of hit everybody in left field. We're getting another fucking Blair Witch movie.
Yes, that was on my notes. Months ago, they are so. I hope it's the original guys that are doing this, and it's not just the studio. But months ago, they had a trailer, and I think I freaked out and couldn't watch it all because it was scary. But it's these kids in the woods, and that's what it was called. It was called The Woods.
Yeah, it was called The Woods, and it didn't have sharks in it, so I don't know I don't know what it was that frightened you so much.
I mean, it was just creepy because you see it like you don't know what's going on, and in the background they have a really slow rendition of "I'll Be Watching You."
Ugh.
Yeah, that's always creepy whenever they slow that stuff down.
Yeah. Plus that song, like, ugh.
And all of a sudden, I saw this pop up. It's like Blair Witch sequel coming out. It was called The Woods. It was the working title, but it's actually the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I was concerned at first when I heard that. I was like, "Oh shit, is this going to be a Cloverfield Lane-esque type scenario?"
No, they're calling it Blair Witch. Like with Cloverfield Lane, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's in there, but it's not really related to the movies aren't related." But with this, they're saying, "Fuck yeah, these movies are related. It's the same fucking town. It's the same fucking woods. It's the same fucking creepy stick people."
Yeah, but with Cloverfield Lane, but they had that as a working title, and then it all of a sudden changed to be like, "Oh, this is Cloverfield Lane." So that's what my concern was like, "Oh, this is called The Woods. Oh, we didn't get enough. We'll call it Blair Witch 2. It's not going to have anything to do with any of the Blair Witch stuff. It's just really the name." But no, it's the kid who found the found footage. Like they're using the found footage ideas like, "Oh, this is found footage. I think that's my sister."
Yeah.
And they're going to play on like I'm guessing it's like updated camera, so everybody's going to have a camera phone or a camera or something. And oh my god, like they show them in the house.
Oh,
and they're just like, "Look, don't look at the wall, don't look away."
Yeah, they actually go into the corner.
Yeah,
and they're it's shot from the perspective of them standing in the corner, and they're shooting what's going on behind them.
I want to watch that in theaters pretty bad.
That's out in September.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I have the balls to do it.
I don't know.
I think the last scary movie I saw in theaters. What was the last scary movie I saw in theaters? I can't remember. It's been a long fucking time.
I don't know. I did see that in theater. Did I go by myself? I can't remember. I think I might have seen the original by myself.
I saw it with my mom and dad. They got free tickets and they took me. I was like 12 years old when I went and saw it. And I went like we talked about this before, but when I went and saw the original Blair Witch, I didn't realize it was fake.
Yeah.
Or like it was an actual movie. I thought it was real found footage. And so the whole time I'm like, "Why are we watching this? Why are we out trying to find these kids?" "Dad, if you found my found footage, you'd come save me, right?"
Oh God, no, son. It's creepy in the woods.
I look behind me, I'm like, Dad? Oh, it happened again. I lost him.
Hopefully he doesn't know where we live this time, Laura. Is there anything that we have missed?
The last thing that I have, so last year at this time, they announced a Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover comic.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing another one.
Yeah.
It's going to be the animated TMNT, and it's going to be the animated Batman, like from the animated series.
So is this Kevin Conroy?
Well, it's going to be a comic, but it's that style of Batman.
Do they know who's doing, is Bruce Timm, and are those guys doing the art and whatever?
I didn't see who's doing the art. I don't know if the Freddie Williams III is going to be involved in this because he was involved with the last one.
Okay.
But it's just like a six.
So so earlier they mashed the comics, and now you're saying that they're mashing the television shows.
Yeah, and it's just going to be in comic form.
Right on. Oh, okay. So they're mashing the television shows, but doing it in a comic.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a six series comic. Which the last one that came out was pretty cool. You know, they got them to cross over correctly and everything, so it sounded pretty sweet.
Right on.
And it was sweet, but yeah, this got me a little pumped.
Okay, so I have one other thing, and I feel like I should mention it. And honestly, I watched the trailer and it kind of got me giddy. There's a show I totally didn't know about this. There's a show coming out, a cartoon. I can't say it's a cartoon. It's coming out on Fox.
Oh yes, I saw this. Yes,
Son of Zorn.
I saw a little bit of it, and I didn't realize it was like a cartoon-esque person in a real world. Like he's coming back from war as like a Hulk type character. And I guess he has like
it's like Thunder the Barbarian meets I don't know, like a family sitcom, like Modern Family.
He's got like a son or something like that. I can't remember what he said. Like his son's like, "Well, do you want me to tell you about women, son?" He's like, he calls a vagina, and it was something hilarious. I don't remember what it was.
It tickled me because it so reminded me. Do you ever remember did you ever watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
I think I might have seen an episode or two. That was a little bit before my time.
Okay, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That was the show that bore Adult Swim. Okay, you don't get Adult Swim, like the shows that Adult Swim eventually had. You don't get there without first hitting Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That show was hilarious. It was one of the funniest shows I remember watching when I was in my early teen years. Oh, the show was amazing. And this so reminded me of that. I was just giddy. I was so giddy watching that trailer. We're at the end of towards the end of the trailer, he's like, he gets his son like a hippogriff. Have you seen this? He's like, look, I got this for you to ride, and then the white.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
The lady, like his ex, I guess I'm guessing like ex-wife, ex-girlfriend. She's like, he can't have that. He can't be riding there. Well, you rode one. I was 19, okay, and I thought it was cool. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll get rid of it. And he stabs it in the neck.
What? It feels no pain.
Oh, that's the problem with these older ones. They don't die quickly. He jumps on, starts punching it. Yeah, that show had me pretty tickled. I really do want to see that.
I guess so. That was kind of my run of Comic-Con stuff. Did you have any more stuff that was on your list?
I did hear they did an Aliens reunion. I wish I could have seen that.
Okay, I heard a little bit about that, but I don't remember seeing anything on it.
They brought back the whole fucking cast from Aliens. So you had Sigourney Weaver and Paul Reiser, and even had Newt. Fucking Newt. The little goddamn kid. Yeah, it was, it all. Oh, okay. No, there is one other thing to talk about, because the week before Comic-Con, you had Star Wars Celebration.
Okay, yeah, what'd you have from that?
Okay, for Star Wars Celebration, 3 big things. And I think I posted some of this stuff on Facebook, but it's worth mentioning here. Number 1, we had a brand new trailer for Rogue One.
Ooh, I haven't seen that yet.
And it looks, no, wait. No, it wasn't a trailer. It was last year at Comic-Con. I think it was last year. They showed like a 3-minute kind of making of thing. It was like a featurette kind of thing where they showed like how they were shooting, how they were shooting the movie, and the actors were kind of talking about, stunts they were doing or shit like that. So they had a 2.5 minute thing on that for Rogue One, and showing bits and pieces of the movie. I'm like, oh, that looks good. Looks like a fucking war movie.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And fucking thumbs up. Okay? But the other thing, and the thing that blew my fucking hair back, they had a season 3 trailer for the cartoon show Rebels. And in that trailer, they touched on, the different things happening with the characters. Looks like they're introducing some more of the Mandalorians, which is always awesome because Mandalorians kick ass. But the big one, and the one that got my dick hard, was fucking Grand Admiral Thrawn, which for me personally is the, next to Darth Vader, probably one of the greatest villains in the Star Wars universe. there was a trilogy of books, and I think it's actually called the Thrawn trilogy, written, oh God, almost 20 years ago, maybe longer, maybe 20 plus years ago, by Timothy Zahn. And it was this series of books of this Grand Admiral that comes back. It's the books are set after Return of the Jedi. So this admiral who was out in the, unknown regions of space, he comes back from his campaign and finds out that the Empire's gone and the Emperor's dead and Darth Vader's dead, but he has a Star Destroyer and he's fucking Grand Admiral Thrawn. And so he wages a campaign against the New Republic and almost fucking wins. He manages to steal. He attacks a planet and manages to steal an entire fleet of Star Destroyers. And then, so now he's gone from having one ship to having a lot of ships. And then basically wages war against the New Republic. And it gets close before the New Republic kind of pulls it out. Chewbacca dies in those books. It's a huge thing. Yeah, Grand Admiral Thrawn, one of the coolest villains. He's an alien and he's an admiral, which I don't know if you've noticed, but all the higher ups in the Empire, they're all human.
Mm-hmm.
But the Emperor liked Thrawn's, even though Thrawn is an alien, he was such a good tactical mind that the Emperor himself promoted him to Grand Admiral. He's the only non-human to hold an Imperial Navy office because he's just that much of a badass. So he's apparently the villain for season 3, and that one got my dick hard. And then I heard they're coming out with new books, or a new Timothy Zahn, the guy that wrote the original books, is coming out with a new book that has him in it, which means that Thrawn has been officially canonized into this new Star Wars universe. And I'm psyched. Super psyched.
All right. So I guess, do you have any Richard's closing thoughts then on, as we're closing down Hall LOB, they're kind of waving us off, telling us to get off stage. What are your closing thoughts on this year's Comic-Con?
Well, this year was, I guess, like all the other years where everybody comes together and everybody shows off their goods, shows off their pretties. And basically, I think this is the time of year that we basically plan the rest of our year out.
Pretty much,
this is where we sit and we're like, okay, so I got to see this. I got to see this. Like, you're going to sit there and make the time. Like, this is where you start budgeting the time in your life. Like, okay, so I got to start watching this on television. I'm going to have to make sure that I'm free to see this movie when it comes out. And then I'll have to remember to buy these comic books. And like, this is where I think, everybody makes their calendar. So this is always my favorite time of year. It's like Christmas. It is. It's Christmas in July.
It's Nerd Christmas.
Nerd Christmas in July. And I love it every single year. And I can't wait for next year. And it's my favorite time of year. And it should be everybody's favorite time of year. This is where we all get to come together and fangirl over all the cool shit that comes out.
All right, well, I'll be doing a little bit of housekeeping before everybody starts lining up for next year's Hall LOB. Visit our website. We're at languageofbroance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbroance.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe and leave a review on Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network,
the best podcast site on the internet.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon account. If you want to join this LOB army, go to www.patreon.com/languageofbromance. And also, you were talking about San Diego Comic-Con. Guess what, Richard? In Kansas City, on the 13th, Kansas City will have their own Comic-Con. And yours truly, Richard and I, will be there doing a live podcast. Saturday the 13th.
Yeah, you want to jump into Hall LOB There it is.
Yeah, right there. Line up. I think they've already got a line. Like, I think they only have like 2 seats available.
I bet they do.
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No. I'm emotionally spent.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
Woohoo! Hall LOB!
Slow clap.